What's up, guys? This is another video. I'm pretty sure you already know that, though. My hair. Um, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Amongst Thieves movie trailer came out at SGCC, and I'm pretty sure you already know that. And if you haven't figured it out, me and Mark have talked about it here and there on our channel. But we play Dungeons and Dragons together. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for many, many years. I started with 3rd edition, because those are what the older guys were playing. I was like 11, played for a long time. Played into 3.5, 4. The guys didn't really like 4 or 4.5 back then, whenever I was like 11. I'm not that old, by the way. I'm like 29. I just played whatever everybody else was playing back then, and then a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, 2018, I got back into the game for a variety of reasons. One was Critical Role, the original campaign. I think I started watching that maybe the beginning of 2018, maybe the end of 2017. I can't remember. If you don't see, there's a D20 thing my friend drew me for my first D&D party, called The Bastards. They made me that for my birthday a few years ago. We've been playing since 2018, 2019, I guess, is when we really started playing my campaign, and we've also jumped into other people's campaigns and done new systems. We've played Vampire the Masquerade, we've played Cyberpunk, I've been playing Call of Cthulhu, we've done the Star Wars, and we're like branching out into these different games. But always come back to Dungeons and Dragons if you can't tell. It's an addiction to game. But the fact when they said, hey, we're doing a new movie, I was one of those people who was like, hey, about a year or two ago, I showed my friends the original Dungeons and Dragons movie, the one with Jeremy Irons and just the crazy villain in that movie, just how bizarre that movie is, and just charming. When we watched it, we were just like, fuck, this is kind of funny. But I saw it when I was a kid, and yeah, it doesn't hold up still, but it's like oddly charming, and the villains in it are just comically bad. So coming to this movie, The Honor Amongst Thieves, when I heard it got announced, I was like, okay, cool. This should be fun. And then they cast Chris Pine, which is a surprise. This guy is like not a guy you would expect to join a movie like this. He was, he was in Wonder Woman. He's in a few other stuff. He's great. He's a likable guy. And the fact that last night, the night before, maybe the 20th, I think, that night they had dropped a few pictures right before today at SDCC, they released a bunch of shit. And, but last night they kind of teased what class of people were. He was like a bard, and the trailer, as I'm talking about right now, the trailer confirms he is the bard, but also the leader, which is weird to see the bard as the leader of a group. I wonder how many bardic tropes he's gonna have. And that's the more question that they're playing into a little bit more of this, since like Michelle Rodriguez is a barbarian. We didn't get to see much of her in the trailer, other than she looks like she's gonna be the main character to Chris Pine, at least at the beginning. Like they know each other. They are the Thieves, I guess. This kind of like the cool D&D party story of we are bad guys who gave this super bad villain the worst item because he paid us to do it. And that's kind of where this goes. And I'm wondering who the villain is. They've kind of it looks like a few things. Like there's a lich involved. There's a tournament, a Coliseum fight involved. There is dragons. There is, this magical horn. Like, it looks pretty cool. It looks fun. We have the barbarian, we have the druid, we have the paladin, we have the rogue, we have all these things. In the trailer, we get to see some very iconic monsters, like the Displacer Beast, like the Mimic. We got teased about the brain, I forgot what the brain hound is called, but tell me in the comments. Dragons with breath weapons that are not typically fire. It seemed like one dragon was like an earth dragon, and he was like shooting a rock. that would definitely detonate, explode. Really, really fucking cool. As a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, coming in 2023, there's a whole lot to digest. I wonder how many big cities they're going to. Are they going to be in the Sword Coast? Are they not going to be? How much lore is going to be involved? Or are they going to change some stuff? But the fact they have, like, they show off the Helm of Intellect, it seems like, or, you know, I wonder what gods they're going to have. Like, are they going to reference Tiamat, Bahamut because of the dragons? Or AO, the World Shaper. It's done by Paramount and E1, which is pretty cool. Hasbro company. This could mean a lot of merchandise if this movie does well. You know, it could be a chance for toys, more gaming, things like that. This looks like just epically fun. It doesn't look like it's gonna be like, you know, movie of the year or anything. But I think I'm gonna be excited. I want to see it in theaters. There's definitely comedy involved. It definitely hitting on the tropes. I think the one underrated thing that they didn't do with this movie is they don't have Joe Manganiello in it. The guy who plays Dungeons & Dragons, one of the bigger actors in the world that plays D&D is. I hope they get in there some cameos from different people. You know, it'd be cool to see, you know, cameos from Mercer, or Brandon Lee Mulligan, or Bria Iyengar, or Kyrie Payton, or Joe Manganiello, into this film, because I think that would give us, like, oh shit. Especially with those people fostering Dungeons & Dragons to the audience, and maybe somebody from Stranger Things, you know, have these things that are fostering Dungeons & Dragons to us, have some cameos. I think Mercer can just voice like a fucking monster, or have him as just a Vigo or Joe Manganiello, make him a good cameo, you know, things like that. I think that would be kind of cool. But some things I need to talk about, which is there's not much to digest in the trailer other than the story is to, you know, these thieves have to build a party, or at least they have to gather everybody else together because they realize that this villain is a villain, I guess, is like the classic D&D term. This is a classic D&D story, at least one of them. Magical weapons galore, you can see in the trailer. Which I'm wondering if one of them's going to be like a vorpal sword or anything like that. They have a druid, and the druid, we get to see wild shape into an owl bear, and the guy's like, what is that? And they actually say it's an owl bear. And that's just, seeing that in film is just cool. Just to see them go after real D&D things without being scared of some of these D&D things, like the owlbear, like the displacer beast that they show off in the trailer, which looks amazing. That's actually one of my favorite monsters, is the displacer beast, because most of my parties have befriended owlbears, and it seems like the druid uses a few different abilities, like the wild shape and like the I think it's called, no, it's not sanctuary, I forgot what it's called, where you teleport to a safe space, or she could be using plane shift in the trailer, which is possible. I'm wondering what that is. It looks like you get to see the Underdark, which is really cool. You get to see, like the green flaming blade from Green Flame Blade. You probably get to run into a warlock, and it's just really cool looking. It seems like they're gonna have some big test, and you see the Mimic, classic D&D villain, and that's in most D&D things. You see Gelatinous Cube. It seems like you're going to see some like blood magic, but you see multiple dragons in this trailer. It seems like either the same dragon or two different dragons. That's my point. I wonder if the dragon's going to be at the end of the movie, because why would you put it in? I'm wondering what race is. I wonder if the druid is actually a tiefling, or if she is like a I forgot what the there's like the Arashari in Critical Role, but there's like a thing where they have antlers. Or is she like a satyr, or what is she? That's also another question. Yeah. But what's funny is I'm wearing this cloak because I bought it because I'm a dungeon master. What do you think of this trailer? I think it's a really good trailer. It's a good selling point of just this is going to be a fun fantasy ride with comedy and decent actors, in my opinion. Michelle Rodriguez is always fun to see, you know, whether she shows up in anything bad or good, she's always entertaining. You know, she's great in Fast and Furious, she's great in Resident Evil, she's great in anything I see her in, pretty much. The movies, in the overall scale of all the things that she's ever been in. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but she never, in my opinion, disappoints me. I think she plays a very similar character in everything she's in. That's true, but I think this is where she can really show, have fun, be a little bit more silly and a little bit more crazy. Chris Pine, very interesting. That's my take on it. You know, it's gonna be cool. With SDCC, you're gonna see me upload and do a bunch of different videos. I think I have a lot of thoughts on things, and me and Mark will definitely get together for a podcast soon. One with stuff we already have, and then another one for SDCC new stuff. I think that's what we probably will need to do. I need to talk to him about that. But I've been gone. I actually had a thing on my neck. I was sick for quite a while and out of commission. Skyrim is still. I uploaded a bunch. And then I had to stop because I got sick. I have some pre-recorded stuff that I'm gonna put out for Skyrim that I did right before I got sick, and I'll probably jump into it again whenever I get soon. You know, I know not a lot of people are watching it. It's just more of like a fun. We meet him do YouTube because we think it's fun and it's entertaining. So there's that. You can expect he has a Halloween reaction trailer. I was gonna do a reaction trailer, but it's like I don't want to have to try to figure all this shit out of mechanics of my capture card, the Elgato, and I know I could do it, but I'd rather just do a My Thoughts video because I think that's more clearer because I don't have to worry about the technology, but I'm excited for this movie. As you can tell, Dungeons and Dragons, it's always going to be interesting. I'm hoping to see it in theaters, but that comes out in March 2023, so you have plenty of time to wait for more trailers, learn some Dungeons and Dragons, play some Dungeons and Dragons. You know, with Strange Things picking up the pace with Vecna and the Critical Role doing the Legend of Vox Machina. The more D&D, the better. And I hope that someone lets Joe Manganiello do the Hand of Vecna that he wants to do, which I don't remember. It was a few years ago now, where he was like, I want to do a Hand of Vecna movie, and he was going to do it. I wonder what happened to that. But we need Archon. Come on, we need Archon. I think that's definitely a must. Because that'd be cool. But let me know what you think of the D&D movie trailer. I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's bad. If you have any arguments for it, like against it, what are your hesitations other than, you know, the previous old D&D movies? But I don't think it can go as low as those movies did with this new movie. I think this one will be drastically better in comparison. I hope it's good enough to warrant a sequel to this movie, to where you could deep dive into lore and the world and the Sword Coast, Forgotten Realms, or Aberon, or Dragonlance, or whatever world this might be set. Or just a mishmash new world of whatever they want to bring in. I think that's what they needed to do. But what are your thoughts? I'm excited for all the stuff coming out at SDCC, all the news and all the stuff, so you might see me pop a bunch of videos up here and there. But I'm Scotty. The other guy on the channel is Mark, if you're not familiar. I'm really pale. This light does not help. I have a light right here. I'm a vampire. I probably look like one too. I'll see you in another video. Dungeons and Dragons. Roll some dice. Roll for mischief, everybody. I'll see you soon.